Hey guys, welcome back to the Social Justice Warrior. What are we calling it?
No, we're the Social Justice League.
Social Justice League.
We're a multicultural group of friends with different opinions that wanna talk.
Yeah. That wanna get woke.
And today we're talking about diversity and the SJW movement. We are on Unpopular Opinion on Reddit. It's titled Cinema Gender Diversity Was Better Before the SJW Movement.
Oh no, I don't believe that.
The movement has gone overboard and made it too obnoxious to watch movies. Aliens was a great film because it was well written and the character Ripley was treated like anyone else. Sarah Connor was another excellent character because like Ripley, there was almost no, well, she's a woman moments.
Yeah.
Let's just name a few bunch. Princess Leia, Buffy, Dana Scully, Clarice Starling are all great characters. Every time you have to say, wow, look, she's a woman, you've basically disenfranchised her with her, which is ironic.
It's almost more condescending.
It is. I think it is.
It's like a constellation prize.
They should just show a pussy.
Put a vagina just.
Put up a vagina up and put a cigarette in its mouth and give it a gun, because that's what we're supposed to.
And it's lazy writing too.
It's very lazy writing,
Yeah.
and that's the biggest thing because I feel like first and foremost, all characters should be real people.
Yeah.
And it's just like, because if you're just putting it there just to have the character there, just to say you checked a box, like you don't actually give a shit. You're just trying to fucking like check a box so that everyone goes.
And they become almost more one-dimensional because they can have no weaknesses.
Yeah, and it's
they
just
have to
like-
only be strong.
Yeah, it's the same way with both ways. Like if I see like a male character that's just a fucking trope or something like that, I'm like, well, this is a shitty character.
Superman. A lot of people hate Superman for that reason, because
he's very
indestructible.
Yeah, and it's just like, what is he gonna struggle against? You know, like
Kryptonite.
I guess.
Well, I mean,
That Kryptonite's crazy, man.
But it never kills him, dude. It just gives him the flu every time.
I mean, what did you guys think about Captain Marvel?
I thought it was aight.
Yeah.
Okay movie.
It was the height of aight.
They had to plug in a lot of feminist stuff, but like I thought it was an aight movie.
Yeah. But it did.
I like that the cats were in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
At the very end, when she's fucking everything up, I was like, wow, she's like Superman. There's no reason that she can't just take everything on her own.
Like when they were doing in-game and stuff like that, when it's like, where is she? Oh, a few galaxies over. It's like, oh, it's because she's gonna solve the problem instantly.
If you notice, in all Justice League books and shit, they basically have to do that to Superman. Like they have to sideline Superman somehow to give everyone else a reason to even be there.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's totally true. Now because they mentioned Sarah Connor in the Reddit post, and recently Dark Fate Terminator came out, and they rechanged it so that John Connor wasn't the savior. Like
Spoiler.
Really?
Oh, sorry, god damn it. Sorry. Spoiler alert. Oh my god. I'm sorry.
Everyone knows. Everyone knows.
Okay,
You're fine.
shit. I mean,
When did it come out though?
it's been a month. It's been a month, but by the time, yeah, maybe like a month. Anyways,
I'm gonna forget. I don't care.
so
Iron Man dies.
So the big thing is that like Sarah Connor was like setting this up for this whole woman thing, because now there's a new girl that like is being hunted down, and then like she was like, oh, you probably just like, Sarah Connor's like, you're probably carrying the next world savior in your belly. That's the reason what it is. They're coming for your womb, not you. So at the end, it's the set of being like, no, I'm a woman and I can be the savior kind of a thing. And then you had Sarah Connor in that same franchise in the first one that never really got brought up.
Yeah.
Or in the second one, it wasn't like, I'm a woman and I am a badass. Kind of similar. I know you guys mentioned earlier in another video about like the Black is Beautiful.
Insecure, by the way.
The Black is Beautiful movement. I actually never really fully was on board with that because it made it seem like you had to reinforce that, like as if that wasn't already true, kind of a thing. Like I gotta be like, oh, Black is beautiful, but really you should just be like, that should just be a known already, not like we have to reinforce that in the same way that's saying like,
Dude, there's this scene. So like, have you guys seen Wu Assassins? You know that?
oh, is that on Netflix?
Yeah, so it's I forgot where it's at, but there's this scene where they're like in a fucking country ass like diner, and then like these guys are eating, and then they basically have to tell this like lady off about Asian history and how we're so American and stuff, and then the whole thing is supposed to be like these guys are badass, but to me I see it as a table of guys kind of being mean to a lady. And then the lady goes back, and then a bunch of like these white hunter guys come, and then they confront the table of Asian dudes, and then the Asian dudes come out and beat the fuck out of all the guys. And then I know there's a lot of people that love that scene, but to me, I'm like, man, we look like a bunch of fucking bullies. There's just a lot of shitty things like that that's coming out because, you know, it's like woke culture, right? It's like there's this whole thing in Hollywood where there's a conspiracy that they've been trying to emasculate Asian men, right? So I never fucking fed into this shit, and I don't believe it.
William Hung did.
William Hung made it. But then I got into this fucking argument one time because this kid was, well, he wasn't a kid, but he wrote, yeah, like Hollywood's got to step it up, and put more like masculine Asian roles because a lot of girls think I'm ugly and this and that. And I wrote back, it's not up to the movie industry to make you feel like not like a little bitch, right?
Yeah.
It's like you make yourself feel like a little bitch. It's not these movies.
Yeah.
You're ugly. Those girls know what they want. It's not like they watch movie stars and go like, oh fuck, I'm not gonna, you know. Like, you know what I mean, right?
They blame it on the movies instead of taking responsibility and changing their.
Hey Hollywood, stop brainwashing them that way. Brainwash them my way.
Yeah.
That's all. That's basically what they're saying. You know, I can't get fucking pussy because Hollywood always has white and black guys and no Asian guys as fucking stars. So there's some. I don't want to say truth, but there's some merit to what they're saying, but how much they make that responsible, like they're like, oh my god, like I can't get laid or I can't get a girlfriend because of that reason, that's a fucking stretch, man. And that to me is like,
It's a cop-out.
yeah, and what's weird is that back in the day, if anyone fucking admits that shit or says it out loud, it's embarrassing. But this generation, they say that shit out loud and they're not embarrassed of it. And I'm the bad guy for calling them a little fucking bitch.
Yeah. So
And I don't get it.
You're not. You're a good guy anti-hero to me.
Everyone's like grasping for their thing to hang on to identify and be like victimized for. But I don't like how you can't dislike a movie and just dislike a movie. Like if it's an all women cast, it's like, well, you hate women in the movement then. And
You're a
it's like,
backstabber.
I just
You didn't
didn't
like
like this
Ghostbusters?
movie. Yeah, I didn't like Ghostbusters.
You didn't like Bridesmaids?
I did like Bridesmaids.
I like Bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids was great.
It's different. That was
I was into Ocean's 8. I liked Ocean's 8 a
Oh,
lot.
I didn't like Ocean's 8.
I liked it, and not because there's a bunch of women, just because I thought it was a pretty neat like heist movie.
I didn't like Crazy Rich Asians. I thought it sucked.
That's fine.
I liked Hustlers, and no one liked it.
I liked Hustlers. I thought Hustlers was good. I was surprised.
Is that a
at
J-Lo movie?
That was a J-Lo one. Yeah, with Constance Wu.
The Hustle is what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
the Hustle. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I wanted to see that. It looked good. The trailer looked good, but I didn't see it.
But you hear about Did anyone see the surrounding press around Charlie's Angels that just came out recently?
Yes.
Oh, what happened?
Well, because so it didn't.
Did they make it all guys now?
Spoiler alert! It didn't do well. But yeah, it's still mostly female cast and stuff. And then Elizabeth Banks, who I think produced.
She directed.
She directed. Yeah. So,
You know what would have been real woke is 3 gay guys.
That would have been very well.
Oh,
Or like 1 transgender and 2 gay guys. Instead of 3 women.
You know what would have been way more woke is if Charlie was also a girl.
yeah.
Well, I actually thought when I was watching the trailer, I thought that was gonna happen at one point. That was gonna be like, oh, here we
So
go.
what happened, Ryan, with the
So
whole...
then Elizabeth Banks basically came out in response to the poor box office results, and she was just like, "Yeah, I think it's just the market doesn't want to see like a movie like there's like we're the overlap between like guys like comic books and stuff like they're just not.
Bull. It's
they're
so
just not-
much bull,
they're just
man.
They're just not gonna watch it because there's a bunch of women in this movie, and then everyone was like,
I love watching a bunch of
Do you
women.
not remember the Charlie's Angels movie that came out and made 3
And
of
they
them
killed it.
not 10 years ago?
They made a sequel because they made so much money.
fucking what was it Charlie's Angel Full Throttle or whatever it was like the same.
Yeah, that's what I think Nick was saying, like taking responsibility, or even Joe.
But then people pointed out fucking Captain Marvel did fucking great at the box office. Like,
Wonder
I
Woman
actually like
was
Wonder
sick.
Woman.
Yeah, Wonder Woman was
Wonder
sick.
Woman.
Wonder Woman was a
Banks
cute
is saying-
movie.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Banks is saying that guys watched Wonder Woman's because it's connected to their
Sexuals.
to the other comic book
DC
stories.
stuff. Yeah.
it's just like.
But that's not why.
It just could be. You could have just made a bad movie, man. Like it's just like, why don't you just?
Word of mouth was so good on Wonder Woman, it was unavoidable to watch it.
Tomb Raider was dope.
When I watched Wonder Woman, it was a cute movie. The only thing that really threw me off was the pacing of everything.
Right.
Yeah, like I didn't enjoy the.
Well, way to hate women.
Good job, you know.
Wow, way to
What's up with that? Like, you have to blindly back up your tribe.
That's what I was saying. That's,
Yeah.
that's what I said about like the Ghostbusters thing.
Remember when Crazy Rich Asians came out? If you're Asian and you didn't love it,
No, I gave a standing ovation, dude.
I thought it was great. I love Crazy Rich Asians.
I enjoyed Crazy Rich Asians, but I also wouldn't elevate Crazy Rich Asians to the level of like fucking Shakespeare or anything else.
No, not that.
but 95%.
I swear to God, the articles that I was reading about it, I was like, do we watch the same movie? Like, it's a great rom-com. I love rom-coms, by the way. It's a solid
I thought it was
fucking
edited
rom-com.
like shit.
Well, you can have that opinion.
And I do.
It was great then.
And I do.
I have my opinion that I enjoyed the movie as a whole. So, but I don't think that just because it has a bunch of Asians in it, I needed to love it. I happen to like it. I don't think that it's anything more than what it is, though. But I do think it's an important movie. Like, it definitely needed to be proven that, you know, a bunch of Asians could carry a rom-com movie, you know, and that's fine the way it is. Just don't make it more than it is.
I will admit though, I did like Black Panther because I'm black.
Oh, okay.
I'll fully admit that because I connected with it more deeply because of especially the Killmonger African American versus like African you know dichotomy that was going on. Like that was specifically like, oh, let's talk to Antoine right now, and like I was like, cool movie, yeah, pandered to me.
But wouldn't you agree, though, Killmonger's character was way more fucking interesting.
Yeah, no, for sure.
The main character.
Oh, no, like other Marvel villains, or
No, in the movie.
No,
Yeah,
Black Panther was boring compared to Killmonger.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with that for sure.
He was so much more of an interesting character because of his conflict.
He was a human being. He was a real person that you could like attach to the motivations and stuff.
What did you think of the acting in Crazy Rich?
I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was fine for rom-com. Like it wasn't like a Shakespeare, but like it was good. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
I think that I liked Wonder Woman a little bit more
Because you're a woman?
Not even just being a woman, that too. Like because I used to watch those movies and then have to be a guy character if I wanted to be like the badass character. But also because she kind of looked like more like me than like a lot of the other heroine female
Oh,
heroes.
because she's black hair.
Yeah, dark hair.
Oh, not blind, right? Yeah.
Ever see someone that looked like me growing up, like watching those shows and like anything badass? Like I really didn't see someone that looked like similar to me. I think having that representation, like at least
That's
seeing
important.
it, like that was the first time for me where I actually saw it. Where I was like, I walked out of the movie like, oh my god, I could be a Wonder Woman. The little
balance.
kid, those little.
And I agree with that too. I think that we should have the representation there, but it shouldn't be
Like,
the
bombarded.
No, that's what I hate. It's like, I don't want a fucking movie where the whole movie is the guy acknowledging how fucking Asian he is. You know what I hate that shit, dude.
I wanted to be a gay character, and never once anyone ever mentions that he's gay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there was one show. What was it? How to Get Away with Murder?
Actually, Paranorman. At the ending of Paranorman, one of the main buff character kid that that the girl is like swooning over and stuff. He's like, oh no, I got a boyfriend or whatever, and it's just like throughout the whole movie or whatever.
Just throwing away as anything else.
I want to know that he's gay at the moment where he's sucking a dick.
Right. Not before that point.
Like, who cares?
He should be sucking the dick, and then he should be like, oh, by the way, I'm gay.
Yeah.
Right? Is that what you're saying?
Like the Firefest documentary. You know?
No, there's two. There's Netflix and there's the Hulu one.
It was the one where he was like, I was prepared to suck his dick. Like, I don't think anyone knew that he was gay. The manager.
Oh, the main guy who coordinated?
Andy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Because he did say that at one point when he was trying to coordinate. He was like, "I would have done that to make this work."
Props to that dude, by the way.
Wow.
Fucking, you went the extra mile
Go
for
get it.
that man. Yeah.
I don't really mind the gay parading and all that, or like the Asianness or the blackness or whatever. I think it has to call for that, right? So if the movie's
It's
about
about race relations.
then it makes fucking sense. But like, if it's a Marvel movie and you need a guy every fucking line to mention how Asian he is or whatever, I hope to God Shang-Chi is not like that. That shit gets annoying as fuck because it's so fucking unintelligent. It's like a low common denominator, like fucking the way that it's catering to fucking dumb fucks. And when I watch those movies, I'm like, stop insulting me.
Yeah. Because again,
Like Umbrella Academy, there's like the Asian dude, and he never there's none of them refer to their race
Yeah,
at
he
all.
doesn't
They
fucking
just,
take off his shoes and run in the fucking house and shit.
And he doesn't have to be a ninja just because he's the Asian one.
Or he never says, what, is it because I'm Asian or anything?
Right.
Thank God.
They have like a gay guy, a black girl, like they have everything, but they're not. That's not.
That's never
the
mentioned,
character's
yeah.
not based on that.
And as a straight white man, that's my worst nightmare.
that everyone's normal.
That's exactly right.
I thought so.
That's exactly right.